welcome to Season 4. Sit back and relax. We've met again. I'm quite delighted, needless to say. It was overwhelming. However, I take pleasure in knowing this world with you in it. It was challenging, I must say. The last 3 seasons. The first season, I concluded high note. Second season, I survived. And third, strong. Here, we talk about moving on, moving forward, heartbreaks, and of course, whatnots in between. Mind you, I'm not the one to spill my emotions. I normally take them with me during my solitude hours. As I've said many times, you must allow yourselves to feel your emotions. However, do not lose them. Do not lose them. Finding you, creating you, or aiding others, for that matter. The kindness in your hearts should be something you give willingly. To yourself first. You must give yourself first. Love. Loving someone doesn't have to be equivalent to your sadness or your sorrows or weighted. I myself have loved and been given love. However, it's not always rainbows and butterflies. For those that are taken or being in some kind of partnership in their lifetime or two. Sometimes, because of separation, you don't want to try to open your heart to another. When you lost a loved one or had a bad breakup, those are all some kind of factors why people like me remain single, alone. Others resort in temporary reliefs. And other negative ways to fill some kind of void. I understand. I am well aware of that culture. I grew up in it. It's everywhere around me. If anything, I've had a fair share with breakups. So that's what we're gonna talk about today, my loves. Breakups, heartaches. So relax. This episode is half an hour. You know, I wish we're all exempted in those heartaches. However, it's inevitable. I can only hope that young generations to come and to follow need not to go through those. When I turned 18, I had suitors to the point where I can choose who I want that day, or that time, or that night. From as a in your younger days, it wouldn't be easy to not get succumbed into those temptations and distractions. However, by the end of the day, there's hearts, there's feelings, and pain that comes along with that, with any type of relationship you get yourself involved with. I wasn't exempted. No one is exempted. Let me tell you that. Let me tell you that much. So at 22, I believe I told myself that enough is enough. How many one night stands and how many relationships, textationships you should allow until you tell yourself enough. At a young age, I put a stop to it. I don't want to use or be used. And as I've said, it's not easy to say no at times. We're almost halfway our show for this episode. I will read you something. I hope wherever you guys are in this world, may this video of mine finds you well. Part 1, Edition 3, My Dating History. Let's go. Divorce. I was 27 when I got married. And by the time I turned 30, my divorce papers was finalized. Was only married for no more than 18 months after all. Happily, I wouldn't be able to say that to the least. Needless to say, I was told a lot of things. Not so nice things. I find comfort knowing that his miseries ends right at that moment. Wow, right? Coming from somebody I once knew. However, I cannot possibly dismiss one's thoughts or opinion for that matter. I can only move forward and pick up the pieces I was left in. Clearly, I have moved on. Never remarried since, or tried to. I stayed single longer than my marriage. I concentrated in feeding and healing myself thereafter. Although it wasn't overnight, it was such a process to begin with, let alone going through it all together. No separation is alike, or will be. The kind of impact you will go through is yours alone to battle. However, there's plenty of resources. Support system that'll aid you through. You just gotta find what fits you the best, whether that be a good friend or through solitude. I reached out to my medical team, taking advice from my priest, talked to a few therapists, spilled my beans to various professionals in order to find and create ways for me to heal. Spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and obviously, physically. I've been using this method to gain my balance in situations such as this. No, I don't self destruct at any given turbulence. Yes, I take a break from time to time, and there's nothing wrong with that. Healing isn't linear. You'll need a break at some point. In my early 20s, I used alcohol to drink my sorrows away. It wasn't and will never be a key towards healing oneself. Combined with other distractions and temptations to cover up one's mess, I turn inwards, so to speak. True healing comes from within, and I'm glad for my younger self for that one, for that alone. Taking the first step is the key, and to be quite honest with you, it gets easier in time. You just need to allow yourselves to step into the possibilities rather than temporary reliefs that'll lead you nowhere. Michelle. I wrote that. That's the recent one I wrote about that chapter of my life. Some chapters are not meant to stay, hence it's called chapter 1, chapter 2. As I've said in many ways, we all have a lane to do. We all have unique stories. We may cross our path. We may connect in some ways. But yours is yours alone to make, to create beautifully for you. Yes, I got married at 27. It's almost like a negotiation these days. Or perhaps I always have done it that way. I never wanted to hurt anybody in the process, including my own feelings. However, I have taken risks as well. And as we speak, I am not seeing anybody or in a fuck buddy situation. And I must say, that is not an easy thing for me as well. I am very attractive in more ways than one. But I don't use my beauty or take advantage of someone's adornment towards me. That's not who I am. Or what I am about. I've always been straightforward to what I want when it comes to these partnerships. If it's a boyfriend I want, I will tell you. If it's just a kid I want, I will tell you. And sometimes some men, they will still try and try and try. There is nothing wrong with that. As long as you both know that you guys are well aware of each other's situations and where it's leading to. To me, it's just meaningless ways of exchanging energies. I don't find meaning to it. If that's a cultural thing, I get it. I understand. I have been offered kids, friends with benefits, and what have you in between. By the end of the day, it should be your way and not because you're being coerced or bullied. I can only hope that the next generation and 4 generations to come, that they have a better understanding what they're getting involved with. Otherwise, have fun and be safe. If you want to have a meaningful relationships, if you're wanting meaningful relationships, it requires nurturing, and this is not one-way street. Most oftentimes, it's almost like, what can I benefit from it, rather than what you can take from it, or what you allow yourselves to make or learn, create, or find about yourself during those chapters, or crossing paths with those others. My time is coming to an end. I know. So no breakups will ever be easy. If you're somebody in your 20s and just want to have fun, go. Go have fun and be safe. If you're somebody in my age category, I guess have fun and be safe. That goes both ways, whether you're a man, a woman, trans, lesbians. Have fun and be safe. All I'm saying is that talking about what you want out of it should be out. It's like dinner talk. You don't have to mask. You don't have to pretend that you're in it for the long haul, or because you look good next to her or him. Thank you guys. It's always a pleasure being here. You'll see me again next week. Clearly, we have plenty more to talk about. I love you guys. I have missed you. And hope is well. For always. On your end. Thank you. Good night.